It got pooped up.
We got a debate here that's really heating up.
I'm watching this occur and I'm like, it was weird.
You're giving life back to me in spades.
I'm learning about his emotions. I'm hormonal. You're dealing with me. Okay, I want to talk about bad baby purchases, things you don't need to buy for a baby, because we're about to have two and I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel.
Good.
In fact, we could probably cut back a little bit. So I want to talk about some of the things that we have that we feel like we could have done without.
There you go. Good.
We're consolidating around here because we can't fit anything.
That's right.
Number one off the bat, diaper pail bags.
Yes.
Don't be influenced. Trash bags fit in every trash can you can imagine, including that diaper genie.
And it doesn't matter what kind of diaper genie, diaper pail, whatever they say, the room is going to smell.
Ain't no magic coming out of that genie.
No. The baby's business is going to be all over it. Doesn't matter what it is. So there you go. Good idea. That's a good one.
Diaper pail bags, just use trash bags.
All right. Second one, wipe warmers. 2 words. Don't need them. They dry out the baby wipes. Some people really like them, especially in the newborn phase, and that's fine, but it's an expense you don't necessarily need. They dry out the wipes, so you end up using more. It might be a little coarse on the little hiney, so you want to make sure that you're just using regular wipes. Okay, the baby may be a little uncomfortable.
Double-edged sword.
Wipe.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like rub it. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, maybe that's what we do this time.
Yeah.
Just like
do that instead.
Yeah.
Plus, the other thing is they break. They break so quickly. We have 2
when
of them that
warm?
broke.
They actually
we had
break.
2 that broke on us.
Yeah.
So don't need it.
In the trash. One thing, and this is hard too, because us moms, we want a lot of cute clothes for the kids. Fine. Let grandma buy. Some of them. Don't splurge on fancy newborn clothing.
Right.
The sweet little outfit for the baby to come home in, great, fine, good for posterity. Keep it in that little memory box forever for when they have kids. But if it's $100, it's embroidered, it's, got the ruffles and the lace and the whatever. You don't need all that.
What did Keith do to ours? The one that we got him.
Keith had his first blowout in the hospital, and we were like, we hadn't even taken him home yet, and he blew it up.
Dare I say it's the worst? It was probably in the top
one
5
of the
worst
blowouts. Yeah,
it was in the hospital.
His very first, time going.
Boy had to go.
He had to go, and I bought him a nice little matching set. It got pooped up. So don't overspend on the newborn clothing.
That's right. And here's the other thing: if you're going to spend money on clothing and it's a onesie, avoid the buttons. Velcro, wonderful. Zipper, wonderful. Better if there's 2 zippers on it.
2-way, yeah.
Right? A 2-way zipper, perfect. Magnets, also fine, right? Secondary to the zipper. Velcro might be a little better, especially for a newborn.
You think so?
Yes, I think so.
Velcro over.
Stay away from those buttons. Those buttons are so annoying
to
do the ones. You got to figure out which ones are the legs, which ones are for under the baby.
And half the time it's dark. You're sleep deprived, nursing, the baby's crying. It's not going to work out. So just try to find ones, I would say, with zippers or magnets.
Yeah.
Velcro, you're going to, I don't know where you got did we have some with Velcro?
There's some with Velcro. Yeah. We had one with Velcro. It was like a hand-me-down or something, and I enjoyed it. Here's the thing. We got a debate here that's really heating up that we've talked about off mic that we're going to bring to the mic. One thing I think that you don't need to buy is a really, really expensive stroller. Do not break the bank if you got a stroller. The car seat, you got to spend money on a great car seat.
You're setting me up for failure right here. Calling it a really expensive stroller implies that you have to spend the money in order to get something of good quality. No one ever said that.
What is an appropriate amount of money to spend on a stroller given our experience with
what
baby
does your
number
stroller
1?
do?
What is a good amount of money?
It depends.
What is it?
The stroller market is insane.
It's an insane. So to give you some insight, if you haven't looked up strollers lately, you could spend anywhere from $100 to $2,500 easily on all the attachments, the adapters.
That's where they get you.
The car seat, everything
That's where
else.
they get you. I will not lie.
Need to spend more than $1,000 on a stroller and still have a nice quality stroller.
No,
Case
agreed.
in point is we got one for sale, which was a good sale, I think. It was a little more than a
nice brand. It was
a little
fine.
more than $1,000 or $1,300, something like that.
It was around $1,000.
Right.
But
and we haven't used it in months. it'll be helpful when we have two, because it's going to have two different, we're going to have the
it has a
bassinet
bassinet and a toddler and a seat for
right.
Keith.
And that's helpful. But we predominantly used our $100 travel lightweight stroller with the little wheels, and it's a little annoying.
Yeah, it's
but
wonky.
It saves a bunch of money. Here's what you're going to do. If you said to your husband, I'm looking at you ladies, if you look at your husband, you say, I got to spend $2,000 on this stroller, and here's the one I want, hubby. Husband, this is what you're going to do. You're going to look at her and go, we're going to spend half of that. We're going to put the other half, the $1,000, in a 529, invested in an index fund, one of those target date funds. And by the time the child is 18 years old, boom, you've got $9,000 to $10,000 for, yes, ma'am?
Go ahead. Finish your point. I need to say something.
$9,000 or so for your child's education, and boom, that is a gift that keeps on giving later on in life. Holly, what were you going to say as we litigate this?
I would just like to say, I would assume mothers pondering the stroller, purchase have been pondering and researching and trying to find everything they want and need in a stroller without having to spend $2,000. But
they come to the conclusion they need a $2,000 one. Why?
No.
Because of good marketing, right? And because they hammer home on safety and adaptability and what we're telling you. Because we're
and
a team
durability.
Here.
You're talking about expensive strollers. I'm talking about durability and flexibility. Does it convert?
Yes, and you don't need to spend an absurd amount of
money.
Okay,
find me one that does 1,000 different things and will last you several years that is under $1,000.
I could throw out a couple brands, and you know what? I would say those brands, if those brands were to sponsor us. I'm just kidding. No. Based on our experience, there are plenty of brands out there that offer comparable options, because these strollers are going to get beat up. They're going to get thrown into the back of cars. Like, keep that in mind as you use them. They're going to get thrown up on, left outside. Right. They're going to roll through grass. Like, just be mindful about this purchase. These are the 5 things that we think you can save money on and still have a great experience raising a child, and it still be safe, and it still provide like the life that you want. Maybe not the status that you want, if that's really important to you, to have a great name on the side of your stroller.
But just know, as the one who was researching it and trying to make a sound decision, I feel you too.
Yeah, we empathize with you, right? And there's a lot of pressure too on soon-to-be parents. So we get why you'd want to. We're just saying this is where you could save some money,
Okay,
and you still, raise a well-rounded child.
I think Keith cried at a show for the first time, like happy tears today.
What show?
Bluey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
It was an odd time to emote and to be watching a show and to look at me and then start crying. But it was like, it's a very viral scene in an episode of Bluey that parents talk about, that I think some listeners and viewers.
But he can't possibly understand what
Keith,
it is.
He was locked in the entire, and it's a 28-minute Bluey special.
Explain the special.
Called The Sign.
Yeah.
The Sign is about change and how kids cope with change and things being out of their control. Bandit gets a new job. They have to move. The house goes up for sale. Mm-hmm. The scene where he pulls the for sale, spoiler alert, pulls the for sale sign out of the ground and throws it into the cul-de-sac is when Keith started to cry.
Like how cry? Like was he like pouty? Was he?
It was it was like a pouty and like real tears.
Oh, interesting.
Like welled up, came to me for comfort.
Aww.
Type of cry. But he also seemed a bit upset in a way that wasn't happy. Like, I was trying to help him like figure out what was going on.
This is like before his first nap, so he's awake. It's not like he's
and
sleepy
he
at
was
night.
watching. I mean, he'll sit and watch Bluey. He will.
Yeah, right.
So I don't, and we don't know how much exactly he's retaining and understanding. But I'm telling you, I'm watching this occur, and I'm like, do you understand what's going on right now? Are you having this very real emotion about like, it was I didn't know how to approach it. Of course I hugged him and
I think that he's shocking us every day. Like having a baby turn into a toddler. Like every day there's something new he's doing where you're like, oh, he's like showing some human behavior,
and
right?
we're shocked by it. Like
And
it
we're shocked.
surprises us.
Oh yeah, because it's not like it's prompted by something we do.
Which
he
is
just kind
why
of naturally develops it.
Which is why I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, are you like, is this an emotion of like happy tears? Is this not like I'm upset cry? Because that's all we know.
Yeah. Do you think it's because he's empathizing with
I don't know
what he's seeing? Like
I don't know.
Non-verbally he's connecting with what Bluey and Bingo, the sisters, are feeling in the
and
moment.
There's music. There's music that elicits
that
this
plays
emotion.
With your brain. Yep.
And then they're in the house. They have burgers and fries for dinner, sitting around that strawberry rug in their living room.
Yeah, without furniture.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember this. Yep.
He's crying. And I'm like, do I need to cry to show him like it's okay to cry at this? And it's not a weird emotion.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really paying attention. I was like on my laptop.
He's developing some kind of like human connection to things.
Yeah,
and
like
media
but the storytelling,
people.
that is a very complex. Like I'm like, so as he's crying, I'm like, there's no way, like what is this just a coincidence? Like, am I reading into this too much? Do I think my son is like some like emotional genius?
No, I think it's probably something naturally that's going to start to happen.
I don't know.
It does surprise me. This is the first time you're telling me about it. But I imagine he's going to connect with material. But I'm surprised it's not something more generic. Like Disney movies are famous for like parents being killed, basically. And that's the kickoff to every. It's like the impetus to every character's story.
Every movie, parents are dead.
Every movie, yeah. So that would be something I feel like he would empathize with, like Bambi is like this crushing opening.
Oh my God,
to
all
a
of
movie.
Them. Tarzan.
Yeah. Tarzan. Yeah, right. Like every single one of these movies kicks off with something Lion King.
Tragic.
Yeah, tragic. But for him to empathize with a house sale is very...
it made me look up because I was like, this music is telling a story on its own. And we've listened to Bluey soundtracks. Like,
yeah, it's a beautiful soundtrack.
The scores are incredible. So I don't know if he was connecting, if it was helping him connect the dots to what he was seeing and feeling. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you what I observed. It was weird.
How are you doing when it comes to carrying 7 months into your pregnancy now and having a toddler?
I'm learning about his emotions. I'm hormonal. You're dealing with me. It's just a lot of things happening all at once. So I have to just like take things like hour by hour and try not to get too overwhelmed. But I have moments.
What are those moments like? Like emotional moments,
yeah,
physically draining.
I've told you, I think it's a pregnancy thing. Maybe some other expecting moms can attest, or women who've had kids. Like I'm finding it, and this is a very real thing, and it's a first for me that I'm trying to figure out how to cope with, and I've talked to you about. I don't always know how to bring myself back to center emotionally. I will cry at the drop of a dime. I'll get upset or angry, and I can't. I was a mellow person before. I'm typically a mellow person. Things can roll off my shoulder.
Yeah.
When I get to a certain point, I can't bring myself back down to a normal
stasis,
level.
Yeah.
To stasis. Yeah.
How do you get yourself back down to stasis? What is like do you have
alone time? Yeah,
just to be able to have him off of you.
To be without the sensory, whatever it is that's gotten me there, I need a second. And I don't always get that. So then it's like I have to find ways to and then I get quiet maybe, but it's just like I just need a minute to clear the cache.
Yeah.
I just need a second.
Does it make it easier, my shift? Like it dawned on me recently, I'm working this morning shift that gets me up at 2:00 in the morning. I come home around 12:30. I go to bed at 6:30. So I don't wake up with him. I don't go to bed with him, or you for that matter. So you do have some quiet time at night. That must help you, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And that's, it's kind of my time to relax, or I have to choose though. I have to either catch up on something when I'm already tired from the day.
Yeah.
Or I have to relax, and my body, the more pregnant I get, is telling me to relax.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword though, which is interesting. Like,
I know.
It dawned on me, I've been working this shift for a quarter of my life. For 10 years, I've been waking up that early in the morning and going to bed early. And I think it takes a toll while you do enjoy that like nighttime where you do have some quiet time and it helps you with the pregnancy and being sensory overload with Keith. It's not good for our marriage. Like I've been thinking about this, like waking up alone and going to bed alone. I don't think it's healthy. I wouldn't trade this shift in for anything. I love this shift more than anything else.
For the freedom it affords you.
Yeah, and for the people that I work with and the morning show that I work on, like it's like the ideal, the best thing in my life. Like I professionally, it's like my dream. But it's not good for marriage because it's not good. I don't have connection with you when I go to bed. Mm-hmm. I don't have connection with you when I wake up. It's dark out when I wake up. Like it's a real crazy challenge. And it hit me recently. You know, my co-anchor Aaron Coleman and I are coming up on 10 years in October together. And I was like, 10 years is a long time. Oh my God, wait, I'm 40, going to be 41. It's a quarter of my life waking up in the 2 a.m. hour. When we do have these moments like today, for instance, I have the day off tomorrow. I know we're going to connect tonight and I'm going to feel great about it afterwards. And that could be through intimacy. That could be through just talking about anything because we just don't have that opportunity to do that. And I realize I don't get that 5 days out of the week. No. I only have access to it twice, if that, unless you're working the next day. And then I don't have it that other day.
Like on a weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes me really independent, but it's beneficial now for us because you're heavily pregnant and you need that time to parse through your own thoughts.
Yeah. And when I am downstairs, on these weeknights where the house is quiet and you guys are sleeping, I do wish you were around to hang or watch a show or I wish catch up on something. Like I do wish for that. It's not like I'm down there like,
no, I don't think you are. Yeah. I mean, I think sometimes you are, right? Because I mean, I feel that, it's like selfishly, I have time to read and I like that.
Yeah. I think everyone needs it. I remember there being a point in time where you were like, do you like having alone time? And I'm like, doesn't everyone like having alone time? And you were like, I don't. And I'm like,
yeah. If I had the choice, I would absolutely be spending it with you. That's the thing.
Well, yeah.
But I only read because we're not next to each other. You know what I mean? And I'm somewhat of a voracious reader lately, but it's like, but I'm doing it because I need an escape.
And you need to go to bed in a way that's healthy and helps
not staring at a
you.
Phone.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Which makes me very happy that you read because it's like, that's what everyone says to do.
Uh-huh.
So I'm glad you get that. But I do think you also just need alone time to think.
Yeah.
And be with yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't get so far in my head as you do, is maybe the thing.
What do you mean? You think I'm a little too introspective sometimes?
Yeah. I think that's due to lack of sleep. I think it's due to feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. I think it's a lot of it.
Disconnected from the house.
Yeah.
Which is a strange thing because, social media, you get fed certain things from dads and moms, and a lot of like the dad talk or dad Instagram that I'm on. It's like they're working so hard so their wives, the mothers of their kids, can have that like interaction and it could be beneficial then for the children. And it's like, well, I'm sacrificing for the greater good in this, but it's like, but it was still disconnected from the house.
Yeah.
I still hear stories secondhand, like what you said, which was, oh, Keith cried empathizing with a TV show. And I feel somewhat of a source of pride that like, oh, my hard work allows my wife to have that moment with my son that I will not get. And there's that weird like give and take, and it's it's just like disconnection. But that's not a bad thing either. It's just something that I grapple with.
Yeah, it's
makes me a little more introspective.
It's hard to convince yourself that it is actually all worth it.
No, it's a good thing. It is absolutely a good thing. I feel blessed to be in the position that I am to give this life to my family. And in turn, you're giving life back to me in spades because our son is healthy. Our son is thriving and he's sleeping well. And he's got that attention from you every day. And you're an incredible influence on him. And for me, that's like an incredible blessing in my life. So it's like it's
Yeah.
it feeds itself.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
which is good.
Well,
It's
thanks
still,
for saying that.
It makes me feel still disconnected. You know what I
I
mean?
get it. I get it. And I know it's something that you grapple with. And I'm like, being a fixer and like, I think being a mom, we talked recently about like talking about things that have altered our brain chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
That's been one thing that's altered my brain chemistry. I want to be a fixer.
Yeah.
For you, for him,
Of
for
course.
everyone in my life that has a problem. And it's also, that's handed down from my mom, but
Yeah.
I just think it's always going to be something that we're kind of toying with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So.
And thank you, by the way, for helping us feel comfortable enough through your support to be transparent, right? Whether you're listening on Amazon Music or Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or you're watching us, which you can, by the way, on YouTube, we really sincerely appreciate it.
Yeah, it's kind of giving you a glimpse into really like our real, raw, transparent conversations, because this is sometimes our only opportunity to do it. And
Mm-hmm.
so we feel super connected to you, to be able to sit down and be ourselves. So if you like what you see and you hear, please continue to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and just follow along and engage with us, because we like hearing what you loved hearing about or seeing, and sometimes what you didn't like so much. So we really just appreciate all the feedback and really appreciate your support.
All right. See you on social media and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.